So anyways, what we're going to do is, first process, we're going to cream the butter. So we're going to turn this on low. You can see the butter. Pretty soft to start with. Okay. Doesn't take a whole lot because we have softened butter. Second step, we're going to add the cup of sugar. Now this is what creaming is all about. We're going to have the softened butter and all those granules of sugar just going to penetrate that completely. Again, it comes together real quickly. This is the same method that we'll use with doing chocolate chip cookies to start with. We're not using brown sugar here, obviously. Okay. Now you'd want to take, at this opportunity, you'd want to take and scrape down the side of the bowl. I'm using a beater that happens to have scrapers on there, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so when the mixture is well beaten, you'll notice it's become lighter in color, which means we're good. It means that product's been creamed properly. Now we're going to add to that our egg and our tablespoon of milk. So for adding the dry ingredients, I just like to use a spoon just to add it a little bit at a time, give it a chance to incorporate. This is not one of those dump it all in and let it do itself. So you're better off adding it in small amounts. So add a little bit. We're going to let it incorporate. So we just finished adding our last dry ingredients, and you'll notice it's all starting to come together. It's pulling away from the walls of the bowl. Which means that we are just about ready to form our dough. That is perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to separate the big dough into two smaller. You're going to basically take it in half, form it into a nice shallow disc, wrap it in wax paper, truth be told, this is far more expensive parchment paper, but I started this project without realizing I was out of wax paper. So what I've done is, on top of my rolling pin, on top of the dough, I used confectioner's sugar versus flour, just because that way we're not gonna change the consistency of the dough by adding flour to it and drying it out. This isn't easy dough to work with, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What you want to do is just keep rolling it and turning it. It's gonna start softening. It's gonna be a little bit craggy, but we'll smooth that out. I got this nice. Now, you can see, pretty even, nice and flat. Stove just came up to heat, the oven. I want to try and get as many as we can in the first punch. Try to avoid any of the pieces that have holes in them. You gotta press straight down. Make sure you get all the way through. Remove. Put it on your baking tray. Press straight down. Hope to get 6 clean ones before we have to re-roll it here. Between these two batches, you should get about 2.5 dozen cookies, I would think. Christmas tree. See? Now we go back in. Okay, final process before we go into the oven is the sugar. Colored sugar obviously keeps the theme going. You can use any kind of crystallized sugar, but again, it's Christmas. Yes, Christmas. So we're going to use traditional red and green. Be fairly liberal. You notice I'm using Silpats here. It's just easier than having to keep doing putting down paper over and over again. A Silpat will probably cost you $11, $12, but you get hundreds of use. You can wash them. Those are concerned about being green. Me, it's just being cheap and lazy. All right, and we're ready for the oven. Okay, so we're going for 375 for about 9 minutes. About halfway through, we're going to rotate just to get even heating. If you're lucky enough to have a convection oven, you don't have to worry about that, but since I don't, so we're going to do 2 sheets at a time. Okay, so we're about halfway, so what you got to do is take out your top pan, turn it, take out your bottom pan, turn it, move it to the top, the top to the bottom, and you get complete your cooking set. So there you have it. A dozen Christmas cookies, sugar cookies. What you want to do is, once you pulled them, you want to let them rest for 2 minutes before removing them to a cooling rack.